before we started. Swim with me, my mermaid sister. You're telling me you're turquoise color with darkish blue tail with the green fins, and but you have the legs, but then when you connect it turns into a tail. And I feel like you change the vibrations from 5 to 6, and you're on a planet with kind of turquoise greenish water. It's very transparent. It's beautiful. It's air-like. It's not heavy like our water. If you put it in a glass, you won't feel the weight. And I see the structures like big shells sticking out of the water. They go like this. And you come up each shell so half of it submerged into water, half of it sticking out. And you actually come to it and say, look what I can do. And when you blow to one of the holes into the shell under the water, the up goes it's like the wave of frequency, and it gives you the fireworks anticipation kind of feeling. It's almost like in my mind I see like bright things coming out of it energetically, like a rainbow energy, but it actually goes into space and it leaves far, far away. And I ask you what you just did, and you said that I sent 5D vibrational waves into space because a lot of stars giggle when you send them the wave of happiness like that. And I see stars like dancing. Ah, we got another one. and and I see you're saying there's something happened to this planet when Poseidon came, the Greek god. Oh my. Another thing about the Greek gods. I see him with a spear, and I see him shooting his spear into. It's like he's trying to grab your children, because the spear is almost like I feel it's physical, but the children, when he shoots a spear, even if it hits the child who's smaller like you, the boys are dark green, the girls are more like green fins, blue tail, turquoise body like you, but nothing happens to the body. They just get like a shock wave of almost electricity into the body, but they don't die. They just keep moving because they're energy, and Poseidon is not. And he came here to conquer the planet because he says, I'm the god of water. I need to conquer you. And I'm gonna call on my brother Neptune. He's gonna be in charge here. You better behave. And you say that you are going into the bunker. There is something underneath, the very deep. It's like I see like a floor, but it's very soft floor. And I see the vibrating, like swirling water, which is a portal, because when you go through it, I go through it after you. It's like physical God cannot get through. I mean, God, he's not God, but cannot get through it because he cannot change his low vibration to higher vibration. And he kind of bangs. It's for him, it's like the ocean floor. For us, it's like a portal. Um, and you turn to me and look, that's precisely why people don't see underwater portals. And we see them. Uh, and I see us sitting at the table in that what you call bunker thing, but it's like a big shell. It's a big shell, but it's more like a round something shell. Uh, like one of those where pearls grow, but it's open and it's got the glittery, shiny cover, like plasticky over it for protection, but it's like glass. And it's just sitting at this sparkly, like that, when the shell inside has this sparkly white, blue, purple kind of glittery thing that the table is made out of it. And you say that, here, I'm gonna show you the map of my kingdom. I have and I'm asking, who are you? And you're saying, well, I do different things. I'm an observer of marine life in different dimensions, but I'm also a daughter of a king here. And that's why I know those Neptune and Poseidon, they're not the kings and never will be. They come from a low vibration. They come from the heart of conquerors. They want to conquer the worlds. And when you have such down, low, heavy thoughts, you'll always stay in low vibration. You'll never reach the stars. You can never talk to the stars and never be like one. And we progressed. And I'm asking you, so where are we really? Because it feels like a different planet. And you say, no, it's a 5D projection of Earth. Going into 6D, we almost reached the 6. And you say that the transition is very moldable because some species here are already in 7, what you would call it 7D, and that depends on the density, it depends on a lot of things, but mainly it depends on the thought process and the thought and feelings, thoughts, feelings in your heart and soul, and the connection to the world you are. Because if you contribute a lot of you to the world, you swim closer to higher levels of creation. It's just like a portal inside the portal inside the portal. It's like that. It expands once you reach the understanding, and you always will. And you say that, see, I'm close to Lemuria world here because Lemurians, Atlanteans, Sarcassians, Sarcassians. They are the worlds that have been water-based. They're still water-based, but they become higher vibrational frequency. There's no way you can see them, but they're still connected to water tunnels, like what you call the Bermuda Triangle. That's how you get from Bermuda to Sarcassian world. From Sarcassian world, you get to Lemurian world. And I'm asking, like, what is Sarcassian world? Never heard of it. And you say, well, that's when the fish wants to try to become human, and us, from the sky, we come and we change the DNA of the fish. and the fish becomes hybrid of human fish creature. And that's how all mermen, mermaids are formed later. It's like a natural progression because you start changing your body with your wanting in your head. Like, I want that my body looks this or improves in that way or this way. And then it just happens. You don't notice how it does, but it does. And you're saying that a lot of a lot of species, call them species from space, attack us. They come in groups. A lot of times they reach the technological progress. But that's when AI takes over your mind. It becomes like a virus in your head. And that's when it causes you self-destruction. You say it's much like when you get depressed in your world. It's a self-destructive thing. You turn on self-destructive ability to do something with yourself or with your life because you're actually killing yourself with your own energies. And that's what they've done. They let the technology take over their creative minds, and then when the imagination is gone, technology took over and it says, I need more information. You need to go conquer more worlds. More worlds contain more information. Go to water worlds. Water contains more information than non-water worlds. And therefore, all the planets like Earth was taken over by AI species of aliens. They are basically got the virus themselves. They can still look beautiful. They can still look like their original selves. Pleiadians a lot of times look like their original selves, but inside they're evil. They're taken over by technology and they control people. They come here for control. The same happened to Andromedians, Syrians. The same happened to Venetian, humanoids. They used to have a beautiful planet, but now it's taken over because Greys came. They brought technology. They lured different species into trying that technology, and it goes into your body. It like infiltrates as a virus. You don't feel it. It feels good. It's kind of like when you eat something like sugar in on your planet. It feels good at the moment, but tomorrow you'll want more of it and more of it. And eventually it'll take over your body because the sugar will make some species growing inside your body who would demand more sugar. And all of a sudden you're taken over by what you call parasites. That's kind of like that. The technology acts that way. So it's important to, as hard as it is, to detach yourself from it and choose ahead of time before the takeover happens what you want for yourself, for your future, for your planet, for your little world to be. And that's why I'm showing you the map, because parts of my world was shut down, was taken over by darker forces. You can call it, that's kind of like idea of underground worlds that you people created, like hell and heaven and all these age words. But the thing is, it's Hermes. Hermes created the idea of hell and heaven. He gave this idea to humans. Humans developed that idea. And here you are. You're in between, you're living basically in fear, in between hell and in between your favorite self-created paradise that you think if you don't do anything bad you will enter. You call it heaven, but what is really heaven? It's just the base where all souls go to wait for their next incarnation. I've been there. It's really like a fake reality bubble, and then you feel suppressed in there because you know at some point the big tall angel will come in a tall robe and take you for your next incarnation. And the soul remembers how painful it is to go through their Stargate portal system, which is just a system that disinfects your mind from the old memories, and then you become blank. You become, they read you, they take your energy away, they take your memories encoded into your DNA, and they shock you with this high voltage that Zeus created, the gate that shuts your DNA down, therefore you don't have access to your memories anymore. You still act like based on your memories. So if they took your soul and you're amphibian like me, you would still kind of act like amphibian, but yet you wouldn't remember why you're attracted by this or that. Some people are attracted by air, they want to fly on spacecrafts, on airplanes, and be pilots, and that just means they'll wear something. They're strongly connected to air, they cannot live without it. And there are people who are connected to earth, they want to grow trees, um, take care of crops, be farmers. They're connected to the ground, and some are connected to water. And they need to reconnect every day because this world is based on separation from your own self. And that's why you get into conflict with your body. You don't like your body, you don't like the way you look since you're a child, but it's based on the disconnection because your body cannot be cannot be a bird anymore, cannot be a fish anymore, cannot be an animal anymore like you used to be on some other planet. And that's why you don't like it. That's just very simple. But unless you understand and know and have the knowledge, you won't understand why you hate yourself, you dislike yourself. All the strong feelings they want you to experience towards yourself, so you share more energy with them. So you're saying, so my world here is that I'm hearing you calling your father, but I can't even repeat that name. It's like a rulau, rula. It's like a sound, but you say that your your father, he told you all of these things because you have a crystal underwater gallery and a library. It's library is like a gallery, you say, because each book Once you focus your attention on it, and it's not even a book, it's just a crystal growing from under the surface. And they all different shapes and colors. And once you focused your attention on it, or you produced a thought that you want to know about certain topic, you see a projection coming from that particular crystal, and you sit there and enjoy your 3D movie. But you don't need glasses like on planet Earth you need to watch it. You become part of the movie, and now that's how you experience the emotion of living through that historical event, which makes you more connected to your soul. Every time you experience emotion, you're very connected to your soul. Never lose sight of it, because those machines, like those different aliens groups I named you, they lost that side of themselves. They cannot experience emotion anymore. All they know is tasks, what they need to do, and that's it. Um, you're saying that. I'm asking you, what's your name? There's something is in my mind, but like you're trying to. It's hard to repeat it. Laura, Laura. It sounds like something like was L, but not sure. Laruma, Laruama, something like this. Laruama. Uh, you're singing it. But you're saying that you need to save that world. It's happening now. And that's why you feel like you belong to the land, not to the land, but to the land with water. Because as human body goes, you need to be on land, but need to be close to water. Because by going into water, you save the water worlds, like the ones that exist in high dimensions. Because certain souls got here. You said, imagine, it's like a big tube of spinning water, and it spins throughout all the universes. It's like a huge giant water portal. And then in that portal, you go, and it's like you're going inside the movie. You look, here's this world, here's that world, here's this world, and that world, and you're curious to see what's going on in those worlds. And when, and you're saying that I'm like a healer. I heal the worlds with my presence. And I need to express myself in each world through imagination to heal them, through my thoughts, through what I write about, through what I think about. It doesn't matter how I express it. I can just be talking to people, and I'm expressing it already. I'm helping. So that's the way my energy flows. And I prevent that world of going into the, you're saying, so see, all the worlds, at some point, there is a split. It's either you go technological way or natural way. You continue with that. And some kind of feel like, oh, we need to try a new way because it's more interesting. And that's when the self-destruction happens of the worlds. And there's worlds that you think those are meteorites, but they're leftovers in space of the worlds that got destroyed. And the movie, The Never Ending Story, it's a true movie that shows the truth. If a world starts lacking imagination of certain alien species who live on it, and then they're taken over by technology, meaning their minds, and then technology blocks imagination, and the world starts falling apart into meteorites, stones, pieces, parts. And that's why all the alien groups who got their worlds destroyed now are going to Earth, because humans is their last resort, their last hope for that imagination, for that creation, those creation abilities. And they want to take our DNA and to insert into themselves to restart the imagination program or process. They think it's a program, but it's not a program. It's just that their DNA is blocked by technology. Much like our DNA is blocked by technology, they only left us two strands. But two strands, it's like two duality strands. You can be either demon, as they say, or godlike. You can either be possessed by evil forces or taken over by the love in your heart, by your own soul. So, and the people swim in between, back and forth all their lives, and it's a torture. Because when you go on the positive side of your own self, because you got only two strands of DNA, one positive, one negative. You're on a positive, you look what you've done on the negative side, and horror sets in into you, and you feel guilt. Guilt feeds the entities around you. Guilt feeds disincarnated, who are stuck, and guilt feeds all these malevolent species of aliens who come here to be fed. For them, it's a big restaurant. It's good food. It's all the negativity comes from us because we're split. Everybody's basically is a split personality, as you call it, because you just cannot be whole. You don't feel whole because there's just a part of your soul in the body, and you know it, you feel it since you're little, you know it. That's why when you grow up you want to fly to space, because you know somewhere there on some ship, in some container, there's the rest of your soul, and you want to reconnect. It happens subconsciously. You don't even know why you want to go there, but that's what the explanation is. In my contain my me myself, I'm in a container too. I'm stuck in the waters of this projection, because all the projections are hijacked it. I see I see Earth, and I see like projections of it, like the beads, one after another, and I see so many spaceships. They are like different shapes. There's long ones, there are rectangular ones with soft corners, and there's like rhombical ones, round, more flat, more like a bubble ones, like a sphere, and they all standing, and they are like with much like a mosquito puts his nose into human pore, like a skin, and then they are connected. They got the tubes going from the ship into each projection, because they get in certain vibrational energy. And you also tell me that even high vibration of happiness, let's say that the children produce in the holidays like Easter and Christmas and all this excitement, they collected on that day of celebration, and they put it in certain transmissional container, and it's transmuted into low vibrational energy from high vibrational energy. You change it from plus to minus, it's easy to do. Just acknowledge it, that's all it takes. And that's why there's these systems implemented into this world of celebrations. But it's kind of like, if we only knew about it, if everybody knew, we could change it. But since there's so many people still liking it, like in the system, it's not being changed yet. It's easier for us to exit the system rather than to change it. We originally came here, you're saying me, I came here voluntarily to change it. But then we got together at a soul level, and humans who walk the earth, but at a soul level, are the ones who came to change something. We decided the percentage of us is not as high, and a lot of us are asleep. We just fell asleep, and we forgot what missions we created for ourselves when entering the Earth portal. And we decided that we better become teachers in action. Teachers in action, not necessarily you being a teacher, but you talking to a lot of people, or showing through something you do to people, charging up the things you create with your hands, with your mind, with your imagination. You charge those things up with your positive energy and with your knowledge. And once a person touches that object, you can be making ornaments for the tree. You can be making plates. You can be painting. You can be creating sculptures. It doesn't matter. When you, in the process of creation, you put your creative abilities and the knowledge that you carried here, all the way here to Earth. And when the person is observing or touching your creation, it gets the knowledge automatically. It absorbs, it goes through osmosis. We all uh, actually absorb each other's energy through osmosis. That's why it's important not to be around people who are very negative, because you will absorb negativity. You will get, let's say if you fall into a puddle of mud, you'll get muddy. You won't be sparkly anymore. Your energy will need to be cleansed. And that's what I have to do with my energy now. I need to clean my mental emotional body. I need to clean my 69 strands of DNA that I have. And these is pieces and clusters of dust in it. And I am just gonna create a big cannon that shoots water. It's high vibrational frequency, high frequency water. And it's not like a real water. It's not gonna hurt you, just the energy, but it looks like water. And it will go through all my 4 energy bodies. It will push everything out that doesn't belong to me. It will cleanse my head, my emotions, my mental encoded programs that's been encoded through matrix, through people around me, through people I connected with in schools, in everywhere I met people, through my friends, starting from my childhood. I adapted them. Because they went into my body through osmosis, and now that I understand, I want to get rid of them, and I want to cleanse the world and put a barrier for all those fake gods. They cannot be gods anywhere. they're just looking for survival. That's their survival mechanism. It's kind of like somebody who tries to dominate you in life and take over your decisions and what you do in life and dictate to you what you should do. Those Anunnaki are the same way. They took over worlds, many worlds beyond the limits of this universe, and they've done the same to them. So if we cleanse our worlds, the impulse of cleansing will be sent to other worlds also. And they'll receive the impulse, they'll receive the information, how to do it. That's the hint. That's the instructions. And I'm doing it now. Mm. And I'm getting these bubbles of, you can probably call them migrating implants. They just go throughout your body, and sometimes they're called pressure and pain for no reason, or the joint pain, or it's just a weird, non-explainable pains those bubbles might cause, and I'm pushing them out with the high frequency, high vibrational water stream. Like, I see it. What you're doing, you're just like basically doing a power wash of your energy bodies. But you say is the thing is, you've always been in water worlds. There's nothing else to show. It's just different planets. Some planets have water worlds inside. Our planet has it inside and has it outside. And the outside is protected by this, what looks like a rainbow shield. If you go to space, you'll see a rainbow shield with blue glitter. But that shield is gonna get broken, and the water on the surface is gonna connect to the water inside the earth. For that connection to take place, there's gonna be a lot of water creating chaos on the surface, because what it does, it creates water portals to the inner waters in the world, to the inner water worlds that exist with other species inside our planet. And they need to reconnect. That's the time for the water planet to go back to its roots, to become the all water again. And that's why the water is going to be spilling all over Earth. The ice is going to be melting and spilling. The oceans are going to be expanding and shifting. And we're going to be seeing it a lot. And the continents are going to shift. So there's more continents that are going to be nearby water. Mm. I don't know, there's so many things. Like I just saw Canada shifting. I see like North America shifting. I see like North America and South America kind of like shifting at the same time, and it's like a slow motion shifting. I feel like nobody's gonna realize it in terms of maps, because the shift is gonna happen during the water shift, and the water shift is gonna happen because of the land shift. And the land shift is going to also open portals towards the core of Earth, towards the cave system of different civilizations living underneath. because they are like sandwiched in there. They are basically afraid of showing up because they're higher consciousness, and they know that people are more like most still animal consciousness. And if they see somebody who doesn't look like them, first they get scared, then they try to kill you. But the thing is, those beings carry like a lot of knowledge, and people need to understand more how aggressive they are towards their little brothers and little sisters in the animal world, in the sky world. The birds are their brothers and sisters too. They can help a lot. They can tell ahead of any disaster happening that it will be happening. They can lead them to safety. They feel better. They connected to the planet better because they don't have the programs of envy, of anger, of uh, domination, of all those. I see you with reindeers. You're like walking in some woods, and your hair is made out of leaves, and that's your imagination, and you're painting the forest with your mind. You're creating some interesting bushes with flowers, and then you're putting little like little butterflies all over, and the butterflies look like flowers because they have multi-layered wings. Mm. And then you put like these giant trees with entries to them, and you paint those little elves, like forest elves, with your mind. And you also do with your hands some energy creation, like you were creating a house where you're gonna live, and you basically shape. You like the playing with the shapes, and you shape the energy the way that the circulation of energy inside the house is supposed to raise your vibration, not reduce. You say that the houses we live now, it reduces our vibration. It lowers it. The houses you create in other worlds are swirling round energy. It surrounds you. It's beautiful, makes you feel good, and it distributes energy much better, and it lifts up your spirits and your energy. Therefore, it's made out of vines and flowers, this house. It looks like a ball of flowers from outside, and it smells so good, like roses. You're saying that, oh yeah, I like this light pink and light blue colors and light green together. Those look good. Mm. Each color has vibration. I like non-aggressive colors. I like the melodies that are non-aggressive. I like creating animals that are beautiful, soft features on their face that you can tell they're just spreading love and affection. But that's what I like to do. And I will continue doing it because this is my last life here. I've been stuck for 66 lives, and this is my 67, and I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna go after this to my world of endless creation. I'll be creating more worlds. Hmm. I feel like that's all your subconscious wanted to tell you this time. Because I just see you creating this world of flowers right now, and it just like world on the surface. Let me turn this off.